Alrighty, so today I wanted to use an attack crit damage set on the new Liz. This is going to be the first video that I'm doing in geared PvP with her. Somebody asked me in my Discord today what they should build for Liz. I think the best option is going to be HP defense, because with this character, you want to build stacks with her passive and everything, so that way you can get the stun off whenever possible. And so you kind of want to go first, so that way you can either triple attack turn 1 and get 3 stacks, which means you'd only have to attack one more time before being able to stun on turn 2, or, just whatever the case may be. The fact that her passive plays such a big role into how she plays means that she is one of those characters where you kind of do want to go first. The meta has been pretty relaxed as far as CC goes. A lot of the teams recently have been actually pretty good at going second and everything, whereas I do think that this unit is going to kind of bring back the sort of CC food dominant kind of meta, at least for this team specifically. I know that there are teams that you can run for the Goddess team, whether it's with Nanashi in the back or whoever, and you can go second for sure, but I think for the most part with this character you kind of want to go first. So we actually don't have a Hell on the enemy team, so I can kind of just get away with throwing triple AoE out here just to get some extra damage out. I think that the attack set is going to be a little bit more of a luxury, to be honest. I have pretty high CC with the team in general. I guess it really just depends on how or what kind of teams you're going up against in the meta anyway, because if you're going up against unknown teams, more than likely they're going to be using evasion food, or they might not be able to out-CC the Goddess team, whereas with, if you're going up against other Goddesses, they're going to have a lot of CC, so it might not be nearly as easy. He does pop my res here on Mael. I guess because he's on the attack crit set, he is definitely the weakest on the team. But I don't think it's going to matter too much here. He didn't throw up the counter either, so I think we just go for another AoE play here. Do I buff up first, though? I think I'm going to buff up. Because I don't have to worry about the counter, I'm going to go for the double AoE play here. Try to get some lifesteal back on the Mael, and then we will see how this goes. I think we're going to kill the Freyr off. Tier should be pretty low, but he's also disabled, so there isn't going to be too much. Okay, we did not kill the Freyr off, actually. That's a bit disappointing. I was kind of hoping that I would get an AoE for Liz, because now I'm not going to be able to take advantage of the fact that her AoE card at full stacks does 50% more. But it's fine. She actually has the res on this turn, which is interesting. I figured that Mael would still have the res at this point, but maybe not, I guess. Let's go ahead. Because I can't be stat lowered, Tier actually doesn't seem like the biggest threat to me. So I think what I'm going to do is something like... Let's stun her out, use the AoE, and then kill off the Freyr, just in case that doesn't already do it, which I don't think it's going to. 216 on that's kind of nice. That is just a level 1. We do have full stacks, of course, which is a big factor there. Kill off the Freyr. Not that... Freyr is kind of a big thing on this team, because he's giving a lot of stats and everything. So we do end up pulling Mael's ultimate here. Unless he gets insanely lucky with a delete, we should be fine. So, yeah, we should be cool. He is hitting some crits there. That is one thing that I liked about LR Liz, is that she boosts the defense-related stats. Yeah, not quite enough damage now that I have ruined his albedo for the turn, so we can literally just buff up again, get a little bit of use out of the passive. I guess technically we could also go for a buff, or a crit resistance lower as well, but I think that would be maybe a little bit of overkill, because this should at the very least kill Tier, and then I can single target the albedo. So that worked out pretty good. I don't think I've already said it or not, but if you're new to the channel or anything, feel free to subscribe. We're messing around with Liz a lot this week, of course, but I don't know, if you have any suggestions for teams or anything, feel free. I'm definitely down to try some different things out, but let's hop into the next match. Ooh, okay, we have a Merlin on here. I'm assuming this is the Halloween Merlin. It is. I don't really ever see this unit, and the fact that he's not running Hell is definitely pretty interesting. So I think we're just going to try to go for the quick kill on tier. Not 100% sure. I mean, I have a level 2, so I'm pretty confident, but should I be? Dude, Mael really lets me down sometimes. I don't know what I'm expecting out of this man. I mean, obviously he's getting kind of old. I said it in the last video that I did, I think, where, you know, he came out in February, so he's several months old at this point. But you know, it's just kind of one of those things. Okay, doesn't pop my res with that, which is good, because now I'll be alive for this turn. I have a level 2 AoE, so I should lifesteal a good amount of HP back with that. I think we go for the buff into the AoE, right? Because he didn't seal my AoEs. I'm going to have full stacks at this point. I might as well use it because he doesn't have the stance on. We can take the stance off and stun next turn if he puts it on. Should be in a pretty good spot here. 445k there. I didn't see how much he lifestealed back, but I'm assuming it's a really good amount. We do kill the tier, so that's going to be a lot of his damage gone. We full healed. Okay, fantastic. Margaret now has the res because she's missing HP, of course, which that's understandable. I just don't understand why Liz got it in that last match. Like, she was kind of full health. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking about the stats the way that I should, but oh well. He is sealing my AoEs here, but it's not going to matter too much. I'm going to go for the big level 3 play, because why not, I guess? And then I'll just try to hit him with Mael, or hit her. Okay, 462 is pretty significant. That is a pretty big hit. We do kill the Merlin off as well. And then that is pretty much GG. So we have ult in hand. I have still not seen the 1/6 ult. Obviously, it's not going to be very impressive here because it's one unit on the field, and I'm not even full stacks. I guess I could lower some stats first. I don't know. He doesn't have Nanashi buffs on. I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to get both of these cards off without killing. Okay, that's not doing too much. I think I can get both of these off. Yeah, okay. Let me see this. Full stacks. I mean, one character, and it's Nanashi, who's kind of old. 522. If that was doing, obviously it's not going to do that much to newer characters, but if it does 522 all across the board, that would be like 1.5 mil. On a 1/6, actually wouldn't be that bad. Let me grab some more tickets. We'll hop back in. Alright. Ooh, okay. Human team. Human teams are pretty interesting. Good CC as well. He does have Tarmiel Link here. I kind of want to try to go for damage on Escanor. I always feel like it's not the greatest idea because Escanor is very tanky, but I'm just going to see what I can pull off here for the first turn, because we can technically, we're going to triple attack, we're going to get a stun, and then we'll see how things go after that. So pretty good damage there. He can buff removal. I think the human team has a really good chance to sort of like counter Liz a bit, because the buffs that she puts on, whether it be damage reduction or the revive, is a blue buff. So I think that we could potentially see some buff removal characters sort of hit the meta a little bit to kind of counter her, if she's popular enough to where a lot of people are running her. But so far, I feel like I'm not seeing the most, which, I mean, it's day one as of the time of me recording this. So I'm sure, you know, some people haven't finished the rotation yet, or like whatever the case may be. But yeah, I will have to see kind of how many people are planning on actually running the Goddess team. So does cancel my res, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Luckily, he doesn't lower my stats, but that's a pretty significant amount of damage there. Okay, so let's go ahead and cleanse. We can maybe hit with... I really wish I could use the level 2 AoE here. I think I'm going to go for double AoE, actually, because I'll be able to take advantage of the full stacks here. We might end up proccing the Relic on Arthur if we do too much damage here, but hopefully we can kill Escanor. Ooh, okay, we do proc the Holy Relic. But it's... Oh, his Tarmiel Link ruined it. Okay, that's actually pretty nuts. We killed both of the side units with that level 1 AoE. I think that's where it's really going to shine. I really Don't like that I kind of feel forced sometimes to use the single target, but man, using the AoE, it's pretty satisfying. It really is. I do really like the AoE. So there's that. Takes off some ultimate move gauge. I'm gonna do it again. I really like the AoE. It's so much fun. It's just such a good card. So we lower his crit resistance again. He is debuff immune, so it's not gonna matter too much there, but Easton is not. And then level 2 AoE, still full stacks, of course, because it doesn't remove them. 1,000,000 damage. I think if you're lower ult like I am, I think the AoE might be the play. Like if you're trying to go for huge damage, AoE is just, it goes crazy, man. That's 3 attack crit damages, or attack crit matches in a row. I think we're going to swap to the HP defense and kind of compare. So I'll be right back. It should give me a bit more CC, of course, which I do have good CC, so I'm not really getting out CC'd at the moment. But we'll see the damage difference. Alrighty, we have a Sins team here. Ooh, he had really good CC. I'm now at 402, so I do have that going for me. I think I'm gonna cleanse for the damage dealt increase. I am gonna crit the Lost Vein with the AoE here. Ooh, did I target? I don't know that I targeted. That might be really bad. Ooh, if it goes on to melee. Ooh, I really hope this kills, because I'll get disabled. Okay, we do kill. I think this might end up being a forfeit, unfortunately, because I think I got a little bit too good of a first hand there, and we did do a lot of damage. We get another AoE, dude. We're gonna get Mael's ultimate so fast. I feel really bad for this guy. I really need to see the damage from Liz though. I could go for the AoE play, but I won't have max stacks. I knew it. Unfortunate. Alright, well, be right back. Alright. Ooh, okay. Demon team. So, previously, I did not really like using the demon team against, or using the angel team in case I went up against demons, because of the fact that I didn't really have enough damage with only Mael to kill Demon King turn 2. We're doing some really strong damage here. Here's the AoE. We're gonna pop the melee. Ooh, almost killed Chandler. Okay, we get a level 2 single target. We do still have the single target from him as well. So I'm basically gonna have to go straight into single target on Chandler to kill him, and then double attack into Demon King. Melee could potentially be an issue. Because he has a damage cap, I'm going to use this to kill Chandler. And then we're going to use this and then this. Doesn't really matter the order since I'm not going to merge into anything. 179 on the Chandler's nice. Good enough damage to keep him below damage cap, of course, which is good. And then boom, 134. We did crit there. He has a damage cap, so 134 I assume is the damage cap. He does still have true magic on melee. I only have one debuff on at the moment, and it's on Margaret, so decent damage there, but unless he killed with that and then attacked again, he wasn't going to kill my Mael. Oh, he has Green Sariel on him as well. So that actually kind of works out. Obviously, we're not seeing the greatest damage potential here. I'm going to do... I know it's weird, but I'm going to do this. I don't think this is a real player. I'm going to try to get a high level, or a good max stack single target off, just to see how much damage we deal. I don't think we used... Or, well, I mean, I think we used either a level 2 single target at some point on the attack crit damage set, so I'm not 100% sure if we can compare this the greatest, but I just want to make sure that I'm not killing melee when I use, or before I get max stacks here, so... actually, I think we're good. So let's go for... Ooh, I have to attack twice. Let's go for this. I don't think that's going to kill melee. Ooh, okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. I might end up killing him here. Unfortunate. Okay, well, my L went a little too crazy. I guess I technically could have attacked before I got max stacks, because it's only going to give me an extra 20% damage dealt. Okay, hopping back in. Ooh, okay, mirror match. Let's see how it goes. I do out CC, so that's good. I'm always skeptical on whether or not I should buff turn 1. Maybe I go for the buff turn 1 here. We're going to go buff and then double AoE here. So that way we can get a little bit of use out of the Margaret passive. We have an extra buff as well, so we can cleanse off the Mael stack if he ends up using that. Good damage there, actually. Not going to complain about that at all. I mean, it's not like the craziest damage you've ever seen, but the Goddess team is pretty tanky, so I'll take it. We have another AoE with Margaret here. Could potentially go for some AoEs with Liz. I do really like the Liz AoE, so I kind of want to try to go for the AoEs for her. It might be a mistake. Okay, he's buffing, and then double Mael attacking into, I can only assume, Margaret. People really go for Margaret a lot of the times. I have... Okay, he does go for Margaret. I was going to say, because I have the res on Mael, he probably could see that he might be able to do the most damage to him, but he did not go for that. Let's go for AoE. I really just want to go double AoE here. I'm gonna regret it, probably, but I'm just going to go for it because I just want to see the HP defense AoE damage. So let me see it. Here is without full stacks. This is with 3 stacks. 183, and then 50% damage increase on this one. 244. Okay, so pretty good. I was kind of hoping we could maybe try to pop the res on the Margaret there, but not quite. We can cleanse off that debuff. Oh my god! Okay. Here's hoping. I don't think he'll be able to kill Liz off, but maybe, depending on his damage here. He doesn't have max stacks yet. And he won't be able to take... no. He can attack twice into a single target to stun Liz, technically. But if he doesn't stun Margaret, it's not going to matter because I can cleanse it off. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Okay. AoE. Crit resistance lower. Doesn't matter. I'm a Goddess team. AoE. Not full stacked. So nothing too crazy. I wish it showed me damage numbers for the enemy team. That would be kind of nice. I really don't want to waste this on her, but I might have to. Is this going to kill? I actually don't know if this is going to kill or not. If it doesn't kill, I wonder if the stun will apply. Okay, pop res. Level 3. Let me see this damage. Okay, 489. Surprisingly, the Pierce single target does not do nearly as much as I'm hoping for. The AoE just seems to be where the really big damage is. So, that's definitely noteworthy. Because we had a forfeit and a bot, I think I'm going to do one more match with this setup. So, be right back. Alright, we have a Sins team. Is this the Sins team I went up against first? I think it is. Oh, man. What are the... No, I'm going to hit Challenger. No, I needed to forfeit. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Let me grab another ticket real quick. Alrighty, so it was a pretty quick load-in. I can only assume I'm going to fight bots in Challenger, which is why I didn't want to go into Challenger, but there's not much I can do about that at this point. Yeah, this is definitely a bot. Very low latency. I guess, oh well. We'll see if we can maybe try to get like a nice AoE out with the Liz. I do want to see some Liz damage on the HP defense set. So we're cleansing off those hell debuffs. Might have to worry a little bit about Albedo here. Not 100% sure. Might use the single target a little premature here, because it's not going to take my stacks off without having full stacks. Might use that into the level 2 single target into the cleanse, because that actually could give me some decent card draw. So that'll give me max stacks. Boom. 152 is not bad, but it didn't look like it did. I mean, she just has a lot of HP, I guess. Okay, decent little bit of damage there. The Tarmiel Link obviously is helping regen a lot. Cleanse those debuffs back off. He actually really hasn't applied that many stacks to me for Ainz' passive, so I'm not even really worried about that. We do pull another cleanse, though, which is really, really nice. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to merge for the big AoE, and then I can even cleanse off that death sentence, so it's not even a big issue. So, doing some decent damage to Mael here, but... Ooh. I'm going to go for it anyway, but the Albedo ultimate could potentially be an issue here. What are we looking like? Level 2. Pretty good. 678. I mean, the Unknown team is pretty tanky. Like, the Nanashi buffs and everything are helping quite a bit there. But, I'm pretty happy with that. That was a pretty good chunk of damage that we dealt there. Boom. Okay, another AoE there. Ooh, alright, let's see how this does. Okay, not even that big of a deal. I was expecting more. Goes for the AoE here. He's got max stacks on these two characters now, so that is a little bit of something I might have to worry about. I kind of want to... I'm going to go for this into the kill on Hell, so I don't have to worry about the revive. And then I've got a level 3 Mael card. So we might as well just kill Ainz off, so that way we're not worried about his passive anymore. So 215, still really good damage, even on HP defense. And then Mael goes sicko mode. Okay. So, I mean, honestly, it doesn't even seem like it's, like, the biggest difference. I mean, attack crit damage set probably would have done more damage on that AoE for sure. And that could have potentially maybe killed a character off, but they weren't, like, super close to dying or anything. I'm not 100% if it was going to make that big of a difference, but maybe. I'm not a big stats man, so... I'm not 100% confident or not if that was actually going to be the make or break situation there, but I think that she still does really, really good damage on HP defense. I'm not sure if it's like 100% worth going for the attack crit damage set unless you just already have an HP defense set and you just want to build a new set, because that was where I was at. That was the predicament that I was in. I already had I had an HP defense set for Liz, and then I had an HP crit damage set for Light Elizabeth. But I made attack pieces and an extra set of defense, so that way I could turn it into 2 HP defenses and an attack crit damage set instead. So if you already have an HP defense set for her and you just want to make another one for maybe some PvE activities or something, because obviously you're not really worried about the CC or anything there, or maybe you already have good CC in the Fight Festival and PvP, so you could try to go for some attack crit. And, if you're out CCing anyway, then, you're just going to do extra damage, and it's easy peasy. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you're trying to swing one way or the other, if you prefer HP defense, if you prefer attack crit damage, let me know. I think that she is kind of supposed to be a DPS character, so the attack crit damage set makes the most sense to me. But then again, the game does kind of rely on you going first sometimes with certain teams, so the HP, defense does help in that regard. So either way, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already. If you have any interesting teams or anything you want me to try with her, feel free to, list them down in the comments below or whatever. But I will see you guys tomorrow.